thank you, Rob, for taking the time to speak to us. Can you tell us a little bit about the band name and how it originated?
We were called White Rabbit, and that sort of stuck for a few years, but after that we'd kind of changed style and become more, I don't know, the name didn't reflect what we did anymore. We were kind of much slicker than we were before, and we kind of wanted the name to reflect that. And the idea behind the name was that everyone else, all our mates, had gone to uni and followed an automatic path, so the name was kind of an ironic reference to the fact that we hadn't, except in reality it just sounded cool and we came up with the name, the reason later. So, yeah.
How did you guys all meet?
I've known our guitarist since we were about 4 or 5, so we just went to school together, and then you and the drummer joined our school when we were about 11, because we all grew up in quite a small town. There was nothing else to do, so when we were sort of under 12 or 13 we started saying, yeah, we're a band, and then we learned to play instruments and actually followed through on it. So we were always like, you know, the school band, but we actually kind of carried on beyond that. And then Penny, who has left now, joined when we were in 6th form, I think, and because we wanted to do more than we could with the number of hands we had, we started turning up, and, you know, he had the right energy and everything. And after he left, then we got Paul in from your co-name Milo, because Milo had gone on hiatus, which is like splitting up without really saying you split up, and Paul didn't really know what he was doing with himself, and we hadn't started looking for new members, but we'd met him when we did a collaboration on an album called Printer's Dead that Milo put together, so we sort of knew him anyway, and a mutual friend suggested he join up, and it kind of that's how we got to where we are now.
You know, your album Tear the Signs Down came out at the beginning of the week. What is your favourite song off the album?
The one I really liked the way it came out was Race to the Heart of the Sun. It's quite, you know, quite hard edged, but it's like it's kind of like stomp along. I like the lyrics as well. There were a bit of a sort of sci-fi edge to them as well, which I quite enjoy. Sort of appeals to my nerdy side.
Can you tell us a little bit about the recording process?
Yeah, it was quite protracted. We spent the whole of 2009 writing and recording the album, because This Is a Fix had been sort of abandoned by the label, so we were unexpectedly twiddling our thumbs. We got out of that deal, so just hopeless. And in all our spare time we were just writing and doing demos, but to quite a high standard, so they all ended up going on the record. I mean, they just basically really developed demos. We spent a lot of time swapping around as well. It was all written and recorded in our manager's studio in Cardiff, which is where we ended up doing all the other records anyway. So it just made sense, really. You know, just we always end up going into this place every time anyway. So we just started the process there as well. And yeah, there was quite a lot of experimentation, I think, because we had no real boundaries as to what we could do. We had no time limit on writing songs, and we had no label saying, you need singles, boys, and so, you know, we just wrote what we wanted to, and something came out and turned out to be good singles anyway. So that's why we got signed in the first place, I think. You know, but we pretty much had the album done by the time we realised we wanted to just release it ourselves, because it was the easiest option. Well, it was the best option for staying in control of our own music anyway. So yeah, it was quite a relaxed process actually. But even having said that, with the level of creativity that we always operate at, the stuff that we wrote at the beginning of the year just completely forgotten about by the end of the year, and a song that we wrote a couple of weeks before we finished recording got on the records, and that was Tear It Down. So yeah, it was quite a long process, very long and involved.
Yeah, no, all bands all have their unique songwriting process. What is yours?
We go into a room together and jam, and the music comes first, and basically we'll stop. If someone says, "Oh, that sounds good," then we can try and work out stuff around one piece of music, one riff or idea that we've got. And it used to be that would be written, and then I'd go away and just try and think of a tune to go over that and write the lyrics separately. But these days we kind of like jammed melodies, there's like vocal melodies as well, along with, especially since Paul is doing, because he's always done that with your co-name as Milo. And then, yeah, usually I'll tidy up the lyrics afterwards. So it's a very natural process, and it really just comes out of spontaneity, the whole thing.
Okay, which is cool. Yeah, and you're on tour at the moment promoting your new album. How's it going so far?
Great, actually. All the gigs have been really well attended, and people have received it really well. Since we started selling the record on tour as well, that sold really well. So people are obviously liking what they hear. So that's good. Yeah, so it was really nice to be out on the road again in a tour bus. We haven't done that for about a year and a half. It's been ages. So yeah, it's been fantastic, really. We're having a lot of fun with it's a more intense schedule than we're used to doing as well. We're just trying to get as many rehearsals in as short a time as possible. You know, we only started on the 3rd and we're already on our 10th day now. It's been busy.
Yeah. On the subject of tours, you've obviously talked a lot of your previous albums. What is the craziest thing a fan has done to you, or anything that you've seen fans do which particularly stands out?
There was a gig, I always tell this story, but we played in Brighton and we came on stage for the encore in just our boxer shorts. Just because it was boiling, we were just like, oh, I might go back in boxer shorts. So I'm like, alright, let's actually do it. And then we said to the crowd, alright, we're going to run into the sea after the show. Come with us. And about 100 people ran into the sea with us on the Brighton seafront, which was that was pretty cool. Yeah. That was mass hysteria.
As I said, we like our readers sent in their questions by Twitter and email. One of the questions we got was from a Twitter user, Jimmy Baseline. Who's the girl in the Recover video, and is she taken?
Recover video. Which one?
There's more than one Recover video?
Yeah, we had 3 Recover videos in the end? Yeah, we had 3 Recover.
The one with the girl on the bench.
Yeah, okay, that was the very first one. I have no idea. She was just someone that the video company who made it knew. I don't think we ever even met her, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Finally, what is the future for the Automatic?
Well, once we've done this tour, it's just getting as much promotion in as possible, and if we can support some bigger fans, I think we'd quite like to do that and steal a few fans if we can. We've been looking at the possibility of that. Hopefully, get a few festivals in the summer. Everything's still quite up in the air; it's all kind of being organised at the moment. But yeah, I think getting on to the next album as fast as possible as well, because we're doing it ourselves now. We've got to do things in a much sort of smaller way than we could before, which is fun, to be honest. I like being involved at every level, which we weren't when there was a major label running things. Let's just keep doing as much as possible all the time, really.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.